You know, when you start to do videos or just any type of content creation, even just participating in a YouTube video for a day, you start to realize areas where you can improve. Me and my co-host, Dalen, when we do this podcasting at Controvert Podcast, we start to realize just a lot of these nitty-gritty things where we can improve on. And today, we're going to share some flaws and weaknesses, just being vulnerable as content creators. Because a lot of content creators, they never really share this vulnerability side. But before that, let's get into the introduction. Welcome back to the Controvert Podcast, where we talk about modern dating, growth motivation, and crazy stories. Today, we want to talk about growth motivation for speech, improving your speech. Dalen, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, man?
What's up, guys? This is your co-host, Dalen here. And today we're going to talk about some speech improvements that we could work on. Because, god damn, man, our last session with, who was it, Cam? Damn, bro. I feel like some parts my speech was just horrendous, bro. Shit, you know? God damn, bro.
Dalen, okay, before we got into this session, you mentioned something. You mentioned something very important.
All right, yeah.
Right? Go ahead and say that, dude.
I forgot. What did I mention?
God damn, dude. That's another thing we need to improve on for you, bro. You forget.
I mentioned a lot of things, bro.
You forget a lot of shit. Okay, professionalism.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
oh yeah.
That, bro.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because sometimes, trying to keep professionalism on a Controvert podcast with the censorship and stuff, I feel like I would hold back.
I feel like you're still holding back a little bit, bro. Right?
Should I not hold back and go like unfiltered, guys, or unhinged?
No, I don't want you being too extra or too uncapped on this. But anyways, getting to like my vulnerability or just like my weaknesses that I can improve on. I see that on these other like episodes that I was a part of, I'm usually a little bit more monotone and like my energy's not really there, right? So I really want to do is I want to harness that power so I could always have that energy. I could always have an energy where I talk very sophisticated and I want to talk very expressive. But sometimes it's hard to do that when you have no energy, when you're just like your energy is not really there. And say, for example, yesterday, I came up with this idea. Remember when I was telling you, we got to work on our speech, man. Mm-hmm. And I was sending you voice messages. I was like, all right, we got to practice like this. And in the car, I was just practicing. I was just like talking to myself, dude. And then I even pulled out a phone. I started recording myself. I was like, all right, I got to improve my speech. And then, dude, it's really bad to film and drive, but fuck it, dude. Just whatever. If you guys have comments, just comment down below what your opinions are about that, whatever.
For anything, you might have like a Tesla, autopilot.
Yeah, dude, whatever. I was legal, all right? Anyways, so I just like film myself just talking. I want to just be more expressive. And a lot of people, damn, the camera's spazzing out right now. Sorry about that, viewers. We're still trying to figure out like how to get this so that it is actually like ideal, so it doesn't spaz out. But anyways, what I figured is that like in these episodes, I talk very monotone, right? And I want to be able to harness that energy. So even if I have like 4 hours of sleep, I could still be very energetic. I could still talk very expressive. I'm able to articulate my words very, very keen, right? So I think the thing with that, all starts with like self-awareness. So number one, I think what you have, Dalen, is that you have good self-awareness. I mean, I think we both do. But what shows like potential is that like if someone has good self-awareness, they could actually start implementing steps to start improving. If they don't know shit, they're always like arrogant, like, no, I always like know my stuff. I'm very good at this. You don't tell me what to do. You know what I mean? I think then you will never improve. But also on top of that, you will never improve if you never implement, right? That's why I told you, Dalen, what I tell you yesterday.
You gotta implement. Gotta practice by myself,
What did I tell
to myself?
Like, how do you practice? Okay, yeah, alone, right?
Just, talk to myself.
Yeah, so
not like a crazy person or anything, just talk to myself.
I felt a little crazy yesterday. I was just talking to myself. I was like, all right, so today I'm going to talk about this. But key thing also, you don't want to sound like a fake motherfucker.
Okay,
You don't want to sound like a fake bastard. Like, you shape or hone your voice so you sound like, oh, I am a stalwart hero. Yes, I save lives. Yes. I get it. If you're a viewer, you don't want to sound like fake. There's a difference between sounding fake and more energetic. So right now I'm gonna share with you guys a little demo of how I sounded. Yeah, I try to guide, but then like it passes a certain point, like where if she needs so much emotional support, like too much of anything is not good, right? And it's just like your time is just all spent on, oh, I'm gonna have all these conversations with my boyfriend about like how I can get emotional support that I just end up not improving myself. Like think about it, like 90% of your time is just on. All right, y'all see how like I'm talking like this. It's a little bit monotoned. It's also a little bit like mumbling, right? Do you feel like it's a little bit mumbling?
It's not too bad, but yeah.
You see that like there's areas of improvement that I could facilitate, right?
That's something I need to work on too.
Okay, like let's I talked a little bit about myself. Let's talk about you, bro. Like what do you think you could improve on?
Sometimes I have trouble just getting the right words across or trying to think of the right words to use. Sometimes I feel like maybe I might be a little bit too shy or like a little bit too timid. Maybe just be like, oh, like, I don't know if I should cut them off or not or talk about this stuff. Or, I don't know. I feel like I censor myself a little bit too much at times where I don't need to.
Is it because, I noticed because when we're not on camera, you say and you talk actually pretty naturally. But then, like, on set, you're just, like, careful. I could see that you're a little bit held back. You're a little bit careful because, like, this is going on the internet. Is that also a factor? Because I feel like other people who start doing content creation, whenever they see a camera there, they're scared. They don't want to say too much, right? Do you kind of feel like that?
Yeah, I think maybe like camera shyness is a little bit like I have a little bit of camera shyness or like, I don't know, maybe just being on film kind of scares me a little, It's like kind of like I'm doing something wrong or something illegal, Or like, I gotta watch myself,
Yeah, because it's cancel culture, bro. So then you feel like, dang, I don't have like freedom of speech. I can't like say too much, right? Yeah. I think that's definitely something you can work on too. Just like breaking past that mental block where you think that people are gonna cancel you online and where you could actually say some things, right? But that also comes with like having like a mental clarity. So I don't know. I started taking like some supplements. I don't want to be like advertisement, but I started taking some supplements for like brain fog clarity. To be honest, I don't think it even worked. I think I started taking the white mains, whatever, lion's mane mushroom, but I feel like it doesn't really work too much.
Oh shoot! Some mushrooms?
I'm trying though. I'm trying to find.
You're not tripping on these mushrooms, are you?
Okay, but like the thing is like I'm very self-aware about these issues and I'm trying to like find a path where it would actually like help with my brain fog because sometimes I have brain fog too. And like today I woke up at like 2:00 p.m. I just stayed in bed, dude. I was just in bed the whole time because my body is so sore from working out. I don't know if other guys get this or even girls, but when you work out the day before, the next day when you're sore, it affects your speech a little bit. I don't know if that also applies to you, but for me, I'm just like, damn, like I can't talk. And then today I was even thinking about canceling today's session because I was like, nah. I was like, dude, I don't know if I could do this, dude.
Because I'm too sore?
Yeah, I'm too sore. But I was like, dude, I can't be a little bitch, man. Like it starts today. It starts today where you have to change. You can't have, sorry for my phone. You can't have these situations where you keep delaying and then you just keep going like, oh no, today I'm not feeling like it. How are you going to stand out from the rest of the crowd, right? So I'm just thinking, I got to do it today, even though I'm sore as fuck. And then today was like one of the worst. I was like just in bed, as I said, 2 hours, just lying on my bed, trying to get some energy. I'm like, dude, I'm a little bitch. But then I told myself, I'm going to talk about it on this podcast. It starts today. It doesn't matter if you have like no energy. You got to force yourself to be expressive. Got to force yourself to have that dynamic when you talk. So I'm going to start today just not being monotone. We're going to fuck my voice. We're going to change how we talk, and we're gonna be more expressive, right? Or at least we're gonna try to do that. We're gonna go towards that direction, right? What do you have to say for that, Dalen? Like, do you think that's something we can do?
Yes, definitely. We could definitely work on being more expressive, especially myself. I feel like when you were talking about supplements, some people that we do watch on the internet, I don't want to say any particular names though, but like these content creators, they do kind of take some supplements, kind of like caffeine, maybe smoke a little few cigars here and there, some nicotine, some stuff to get their brain juices flowing a little bit more, not as clogged up.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, like maybe supplements do help, maybe they don't, Maybe
Yeah,
we should
or it's just like a mental block as well. I mean, I think if you could just get past the stepping stone without even taking supplements, you'll be a fucking god at that point, So a lot of people, they're scared to start content creation because they're like, oh, I don't have that voice. I'm too camera shy. But they have all these good ideas, right? So I'm trying to like have this video out just so that other people can relate, because a lot of people, they see content creators and then they're like, oh, they're too good at talking. Like sometimes like I have doubts too. And people, they always go like, yo, Panda, you're an extrovert. You're perfect for like being on the camera and stuff like that. But dude, I have my own insecurities. I have my own flaws as well as a person. So I think there's still like a lot of things where I can improve. Just because I'm an extrovert, it doesn't mean that I'm like the best at speech. That's why I always send you this, bro. I always send you this guy called Vin Gang, right?
Dude, I love this dude, bro. I love this dude. I learned so much from him, bro. So informational.
Yeah, he's this like Asian dude, and then this Asian dude, he like teaches you how to like talk better, I guess. So then I think looking at stuff that he says, it just like makes me more enlightened, like how I should talk, and then it makes me realize, dude, I'm actually not that great of a speaker. I need to improve. So I want to also improve for this podcast too, being a host. So I think to sum it up, man, the first step is self-awareness. The second step is implementation, right? And then the third step is when you actually practice. I guess like practice and implementation is the same shit, right? I don't know. I had a third step. I forget the third step. But the third step is just like, I guess I would say maintenance. Just keep trying to maintain it. And then, I guess like practice is a little bit different than implementation. Implementation is like when you actually try to fix your weakness. And then practicing is you keep doing it. So I see this podcast as practice because it helps with our speech a little bit on a weekly basis. So when there's like a month where we don't film, I see my speech get worse. I see my speech go down to the drain. I'm like, dude, we need the fucking podcast, dude.
That's what I saw on the camp session, bro.
What do you mean?
That's what I felt like my speech was like on the camp session, because I haven't done a session in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But since you did that last week, do you feel like your speech is a little bit better? Or throughout the week, you feel like even when you were not filming or just talking to people, you feel like it was a little bit better?
Yeah, I feel like when I had that practice, it was definitely a little bit more natural to me to socialize and stuff.
Like throughout the week?
Throughout the week, yeah.
It's kind of like creatine for like speech, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just helps for a little bit. And then, but you still need to like work out. You still need to practice your speech. So I think speech is very important. But it starts today where we improve, and also starts today for you guys to also improve. So we will keep improving our speech and being able to be exemplary figures for these viewers and all that stuff. All right, Dalen. You barely said shit, bro. Sorry, I took
For
the whole
speech?
spotlight. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, I feel like I'm holding back. I feel like sometimes my unfiltered mind might get me in trouble. So I try to just let it be.
Just let it be.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely I need way more practice on the whole mumbling, and I feel like it's a little bit of maybe getting past that mental barrier of just being a little bit like too introverted. Maybe I need to be a little bit more extroverted. I don't
I
know.
don't think it's the problem with like introversion or extroversion, man. I mean, there's times where I stutter too,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's not necessarily to do with like being an extrovert or introvert. I think I've seen a lot of introverts actually have very eloquent speech. It's just they're more shy and timid, but when they talk, it's like they're so philosophical. The words they use are so big, and you're just like, what the hell? This guy actually knows how to talk.
Uh-huh.
But they just conserve that energy. So I think it's more so about just practicing, maybe even considering starting to read a little bit more. I want to start to read a little bit more too, so that you see these words and then these words are just constantly in your brain. So for example, if you're constantly not reading stuff and not putting these words in your brain, you constantly do not have like this word bank that you could use. Those word banks slowly start to dissipate, and then you don't know how to, your vocabulary just gets diminished. That's why the smartest people, they read a lot, because they have like these that's why they have these words that they could use like that are so big all the time, right? And then whenever they talk, like you see like Elon Musk, like he's able to articulate his words like
You think Joe Biden has eloquent speech?
that's the thing. That's the thing, man. I don't think you need to be a very smart person to be president, dude. You don't even need to be smart to be rich, bro. I'm just talking about like there's these like smart people who like people. I mean, even if you hate or you love Andrew Tate, I'm not saying I love or hate Andrew Tate, but I think his speech is like one of the best I've seen ever. Like I've never seen someone use so assertive words and in such
Like what?
in such a clean manner. I'm just like, damn, dude. Like I want to get to that level, bro. You know what I mean?
Words like what? What was it?
What?
Infatigable?
Indefatigable.
Oh, shit, bro.
Perspicacious.
Oh my goodness.
Status. I'm 3-time kickboxing world champion. You must have perspicacity when you.
Oh, there's the other one. Oh, there's the other one. There's the other one. Oh, shit, boy.
All right, yo, don't think we're like fucking Andrew Tate dick suckers, but like check out our Andrew Tate videos where we challenge Andrew Tate. You will see we are actually not like that in love with him, but
We're just reviewing content of his.
yeah, he actually says some really good shit, but a lot of other things that he says we don't necessarily agree with. But I will say his speech is pretty top notch. Yeah. Anyways, I will wrap it up here. So if you guys want to be guest speakers on our Controvert podcast, make sure to contact us via IG. We're LA local. And make sure just keep practicing. Keep practicing. If you want to be like a content creator or you want to be someone who's a public figure where you are able to be on TED Talk one day, right? Then you got to practice. You got to practice. Like you see right now, how I'm talking right now versus like on this screen where I showed you guys that demo. It was like, yeah, so I see like on these stupid things and then, right? It's like a little bit mumbly. But now like when I open my voice, like I'm able to be able to harness that energy. I'm able to fill more of the room with volume of like speech. So I think this is very important because not a lot of content creators that are just starting out, they don't really realize this. They think they're like the shit maybe. And then they're like, don't tell me what the fuck to do. Like I know how to do this. So leave a comment below if you struggle also with these things and if this was pretty eye-opening for you. Maybe whatever we said, our experiences, our vulnerability helped a lot. And hope that you guys can learn something from this. But other than that, like this video, subscribe. We will see you guys next time on Controvert Podcast. The fuck was that?